There's always something. There's always something. There should be sound. We're still learning the process. This is the second official stream, and we should be good. Now, thank you all for showing up. A lot of you showed up on time. I'm sorry that I did not show up on time. The YouTube, I don't know what was going on, but we're back online. So today on the show, we have a few things that we can do. First off, I wanted to just hang out and chat, talk about board games, but we will be unboxing. We've got Wild Ascent in. So we're going to be unboxing Wild Ascent. I also, this week, received, this thing is heavy, Oath. And this thing's even bigger. I don't even know if I can reach it. Hold on. We got this guy. Who Goes There? Second edition. And this one, I'm very curious of how this is packaged in here, because it's a little shaky, like you can hear it shaking. So I'm a little curious of what that looks like. But of course, the one that I'm most curious about is Wild Ascent, because there will be a new version of this coming out on GameFound very, very soon. So I want to get a look at the quality components of the minis, and I should be playing this tomorrow. I've got Adam coming over, and we're going to try doing some two-player content for that. Unfortunately, we're not going to film that because that'll be my first game, but I think that will be fun. So, hello everyone. Welcome, by the way, everyone. Welcome to the show, and I appreciate all of you guys being here and on time. Music. And a pop filter. I shouldn't need a pop filter because of the way this mic is designed. What's are you hearing my S's? Because I feel like this mic is designed to make the S's sound fairly clear, but I could be too close. Let me know. I turned the gain up on my mic because I felt like I was a little loud a little quiet last stream. I felt like the music was too loud, and I felt like my audio was too quiet. So yeah, I could have been too close. Yeah, I probably was leaning into the mic because I was doing all the leaning. I'll try my best not to breathe into the mic, but this mic is a studio quality mic, so it should be fairly decent. It just, you don't have a studio quality DJ over here. So, all right. So, how is everyone doing? Welcome to the show. Any questions or anything before we start? Where did I put my knife? There it is. I also got the Wild Ascent book, the art book. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty good about getting art books. So I agree. Acquis de jour, I don't know what that is in French. So I have honestly considered getting another boom arm like what I have at my desk. The problem that I'm having with that idea is right now I could do it with the table that I have, because I have, let me show you. This table that I have right here is a homemade board game table, and you obviously can't see the corner of it, but the corner is able to put a arm stand on it, so I could do an arm. But I have a new table coming in August, and I don't think it's going to be practical to have a boom arm on that type of table. So I'm trying to figure out the best solutions. I would definitely love to have a better stand, and I don't have any way of mounting it off the ceiling. So I guess we can take a look. So for Wild Ascent, we have 3 different boxes. We've got the core box, which is the green box. We've got the Kickstarter stretch goals, which is this middle box. So this is Kickstarter stretch goals. The core box. And then we've got this one here. This is the Shadow of the Silver Steam, I believe, stream. This is an expansion. So this will be what we'll be unboxing here. So why don't we, yeah, I'll have to, it's just cost money, you know, it's just money and time, trying to figure out the best solution. So let's go ahead and start this. So I'm going to go ahead and move to, let's see here, what would be the best one for this one? So we're going to go ahead and move to that screen. I also got a different lens for upstairs. So you guys will have to keep me in the know if it's in focus. The lens that we're using is a little closer of a zoom so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, because we were having issues. I felt like we were too far away, so I put a different lens in there. So let's go ahead and open this up. So are you from France? Okay. So Wild Ascent is a 1 to 4 player game. It's got skirmish modes on there. It's also got a cooperative mode. Obviously a solo mode as well. Canada. Quebec, Canada. That's awesome. And this is from Lazy Squire Games. Alright, let's do the reveal. Let's check this out. Alright. So we've got, that's interesting. They put the rule book in its own Ziploc bag. Look at that, and that's weird. Okay. See if I can move this a little closer. And is that able to get in here? Probably. We'll see. Okay, so here's the rulebook. I always, when I do unboxings, I like to take a look at the rulebook. I think it's important to kind of get an idea of the contents of said rulebooks. We have the Hunt rulebook, we've got the Campaign book, and the Arena rulebook. So let's take a look at the Arena rulebook. The first thing I like to do is look at the back and see if they have any iconography or okay, so they do have a keyword, so this is important. Anything that had, so you guys, that's the closest I can get. Let me know if it's out of focus. So we have a keyword here, which I love. It kind of gives you an idea of how to find or what specific terms may mean. And we've got some common effects. It looks like it, after that is just standard rules. Really high quality print here. Hey, look at all the Canadians. Yeah, I'm really excited for the new version of this. I was hoping to get some content out for this before the GameFound releases. We'll see if I can get that. So the art looks great. Check out this art. That's beautiful. Really cool phoenix there. And then we've got a component list. You'll be surprised of how many companies do not put a component list in their unbox or their tables, their rule books. What am I saying here? So let's put that over to the side. And we've got the Hunt rulebook. Same thing. Let's check out the back. Perfect. Looks like we've got our key terms that we need to know, which is great, as well as some icons. And then it goes straight into the rulebook. This will be super fun. I don't know what I'm more excited for, the PvP aspect or the cooperative aspect. Yeah, right. So we have more components. I like everything. The way everything is looking so far is looking really clean. There's a lot of text. So obviously once I dive into this, we need to see how well the text represents everything. But it seems, just from what I'm looking at here, like a well-made rulebook, which is great. Which gives me high hopes for the second one. And then we've got the campaign book. I'm assuming this is probably just going to be story, so I'm not going to spoil it. Yeah, this is just mostly story stuff, campaigns that you can go on. So we're not going to spoil that. And then we've got an empty insert with the silica packet. So obviously there's more underneath. I wonder if this is for the stretch goals. This could be stretch goal stuff. Or punch. Look at this. This is like completely opposite of how most unboxings. Normally you've got your cardboard punch on top. So we have some dice here in the middle. 2 packs of dice. I'm going to leave those in that foam. This is really nice foam. This is very, very unique. And let's see if we can see some of these miniatures. Might have to refocus. Let me know if I need to refocus that. Yeah, it's a foam insert. Isn't that incredible? When was the last time you saw a foam insert? A custom foam insert for a board game. I can't remember the last time I've seen one. That's for sure. So let's take a look at these minis. See how good. This guy's got a lot of stuff hanging off of him. He's got some skulls. I don't know if you can't probably see them. And of course, yeah, it's not going to focus on it. You've got skulls here, some horn things coming out his back. Oh, look, and at the okay, so inside the box are the pictures of the monster to tell you what goes there. Is it easier to take the minis out without bending the thing bits? I mean, this is super easy to stick the minis in and out. And I think it's incredibly cool that they put in here the picture of what goes in there. I think that's super cool. It's kind of dark. I need more lighting to actually show you guys what's in there. But we have a bunch of different types of minis. Some of these guys are pretty cool looking. They also have textured bottoms, so they've actually done the basing for us. I will say some of the high detail portions aren't as high as like other like Awakened Realms type. It's not quite as clean, and I have some plastic hanging off that needs to be shaved off with a razor blade. But if you are into minis, this is more than serviceable. So we've got some card art here. I'll tell you, I was very surprised about the foam. So the problem is the camera is not on autofocus, so I have to actually go and push a button to focus it. So it should be focused here. So by doing this, autofocus would work, but it's not on autofocus, right? So I'd have to then also reach up and push a button, which stinks. I'll try my best to show you guys what I have. So these are the cards. These have different backed cards. So we'll do them in batches. Now I have no idea what these cards are right now. So these have some sort of map trail on the back, if you guys can see that. And then so we have some obviously reprinted cards here. So it says Seekers have on activation assign 1 damage to self, and it says Lava Fiend 2 and 1/1/1 creatures. Don't know quite what that means. Oh, that art's pretty cool. This green swamp looks like some sort of acidic ooze. We got a pillar here with some flame coming off of it. 3 of those. Oh, that's cool. This reminds me of Magic the Gathering art. See if that works. I don't know if that worked or not. It reminds me of Magic the Gathering for sure. About how many game sessions do I have per week? We have a guaranteed one day a week is the actual play session, like where we play with the group, and then I try to do 2 extra for content for the show. I have a hard time asking my play group to always play games that I need to do content for, because they might not be into that one, or I don't know. I feel a little selfish being like, hey guys, I've got all these games that are for the board game channel that I need to run. So I try to, keep Saturdays a little open, and then I'll be like, hey, so like tomorrow, Friday, I've got someone coming over to specifically play this game with me. All right. Does that answer your question? So usually between 1 to 3. Really depends again on my play group. I wish I had more people. It's surprisingly, my play group, like if I were to line everyone up, it's probably like 20 people that we play with on average. But I would say maybe 3 to 4, excluding myself, are very, very active. The other ones kind of drop in and out. So these look like they're monsters. They have a red back with a wood print here. So we have a stream collar. And there's looks like different levels. You have 18, 20, and 22. That little heart, so most likely health. Maybe defense and attack down here is what that kind of would signify to me. A demon wretch. A demon wretch. A lava fiend. We saw that on another card. An exalted effigy. Yeah, I've been working very hard to like build my play group up. I feel like play groups. Okay, here's a question for you guys before I continue. Who are you in your player group? Are you the one who organizes and runs the events, or are you someone who is a person who just waits for the invite and goes? Like, where do you find yourself in play groups? Because I feel like I'm the person who has to organize, and I don't mind that. I've done that for every game that I've played. Like when I played X-Wing and Armada, I was organizing the events for that, even running the regional events and the championships. Yeah, you buy the game and organizing. I feel like I would say, and this is just out of my butt guess, but I feel like if you consume board game content regularly, you most likely are the one who does the majority of the purchasing and organization. Solo player. Well, then you are your whole player group at that point. You're everything. A griffin. I really like griffins. There was a part of me who almost wanted to make my logo or in my brand around griffins. I really wanted. I went back and forth on that one. So horned golems. A wildwood sentinel. That one's hard to see what the art looks like. It looks like just a bunch of mesh. It looks like a tree with water pouring out of them. We have a river guardian, the phoenix, wild's flower, and that's about it. And then we have some extra cards. Okay, so that's those cards. We're going to check out what's below this foam insert. So my question, there's something down here. How easy is this foam insert to remove without damaging it? So it actually, okay, oh boy. It actually has a bottom on it to kind of help keep it together. And then below that looks like the punch. Okay. Looks like the punch is down here. Yeah, so I feel like if you are... So I don't know if I answered this. Did I answer the own question? I decided to lead with a question, and then I forgot where I was going with my question. But I basically, I run and try to organize everything. So I've been... okay, I remember now. I've been spending a lot of time cultivating my group and, like, really wanting to be intentional about making sure everyone's included and their voices are heard kind of thing. I'm assuming it's going to go foam... insert maps is probably what I'm going to do, because you got that black insert as well, which is probably for this stuff. Okay, so in here we've got some cardboard, which is the exact same creatures that we just saw, like the stream caller, the demon wretch. These are new. Coral, these are probably bosses. I don't want to punch these. And they are double-sided. Are they identical double-sided? Sulfies 4. They are not identical. So these are different. So depending on, I guess, what level you're playing, these do change. And then we have all our tokens. All right, what else do we have? So more. Looks like just more villains. The printing is great, guys. So if you have any questions regarding the component quality, for Wild Ascent. I think Lazy Squire has done very, very good at the component quality. This stuff is very, very nice. Very excited. You think the big ones? See, I don't know about. Are these the player characters? That could be it. That could be correct. Yeah, you might be right, Dragon. You might be right. There was a point where I was like, I really need to make sure when I do an unboxing, because you know some of these games, you back like sometimes years earlier, and you can kind of forget like what's included in this game, or what's the gameplay like. And sometimes it's hard to stay up to date on everything. And I always tell myself, you know, when you're going to do an unboxing, make sure you go to Board Game Geek and you re-up yourself on everything. But of course I didn't do that this one time. I did it last time though. Okay, so here we have our camp. We have different cards here, which is so funny because I was just watching an unboxing of another channel. I'm not going to say which one, but they were doing a game that I know very, very well. And I was like, man, why didn't you send me the game? I know all these answers to all these questions. So this is the board, and this is double-sided. So here's this, man, this looks so cool. Man, it's so hard. I literally don't have much room here to operate, so we're just kind of doing what we can. But this looks so cool. Kind of like a desert. We have, I like the perspective here. Right, it's I've actually had to really reduce the amount of games that I've had to back as of late, because I've just been kind of going overboard. As you can see, like, we've got 3 games in this week, plus last week. How many did I open last week on the show? I think I opened 3 last week. On top of that, I have Kickstarter previews that I got sent that I need to do content for, and I'm going on vacation this week, so it's just like, man, I just don't have time to play all the games. So this is how, the way I'm putting it in here, this is how I normally see games repackaged. I think it's kind of interesting that it was kind of backwards. Okay. How many of you guys, how many of you are you looking for backing the Game Found Wild Ascent? Like, how many are you guys here curious because you are interested, like actively interested in backing it? I need to, after the stream tonight, I will, I'll punch all this and put everything away, because I plan on playing at least the core box tonight, tomorrow. You are interested? Yeah. My hope was, oh, if you guys, in case they do another art book, let me show you this art book real quick. I think it's this one. God, I have to remember every time. Yeah. So the art, we're not going to spend a lot of time digging the art book, but I do think for people who are always curious what an art book looks like, or kind of the contents, this is, I was really happy with this one because it has some back history regarding some of the characters and some storyline. So I thought this was interesting. So it's not like a standard art book that has just pictures. There's actually more involved. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you are looking for an art book and you kind of like want something more than just pictures to look at, I think this is a little better than the most of the books that I get. And I keep that with my other books. Hey, Stefan. Yeah, it's a really good book. And it's got a very nice texture, kind of that velvety texture on the front and back. So really, really high quality. So we'll put that back there. All right, let's take a look at the stretch goal box. Where did that go? Right here. And you guys are also kind of my guinea pigs. So you're going to have to let me know how the audio sounds and the music, because last time when I came back and rewatched my show, I felt like they were a little quiet and loud, like in bad ways. So this is the stretch goal box. And I like that they sent it like this rather than just a brown box and you're just like, good luck. Put it, find a place to put it somewhere. Which has happened in games where you're like, how do I store this? It's just in a brown box. How many games do you guys back, would you say? How many games do you back on average a month? All right, let's check this out. So same thing. We got this tray. So we know now that those probably where those player boards will fit are right there. Let's put my phone. Kind of hold this in place. Okay. Awesome. So same thing, foam. I'm really curious. I might reach out to the publisher and ask them if they're going to do the same kind of insert, the foam insert. Some of the minis have a little bit of excess like stuff, but the custom insert, I just can't get over that. It's so cool. Really makes the game feel a little bit more higher end. Okay, here we go. This guy looks broken. This guy looks broken. Okay, so this guy holding a sword here. You can't see. You probably still can't see. But he's holding something here that looks... You can't see again. I'm so close. So this guy's got a sword here. I apologize for the unfocus. But he's also got a hilt in his hand here. And it feels like there should be a sword coming off of that. But there's not. And I don't, when I look in here, I'll have to check the campaign again. 3. Well, welcome to KS. Welcome to Kickstarter Addiction. Anonymous. That's what we're here for, is to talk about Kickstarters and our plans for recovery. 5 in 3 years. I would say that is very good numbers. 5 in 3 years. If I could say the same, I do 5 in a month. That is awesome. 2 per month. That's where I'm trying to get down to. So this looks like a wolf, maybe lion, demon bat. If I were to like give you some kind of lore, I don't know how I get him back in here. How does he fit back in here? This is kind of embarrassing. Oh, kind of like this, I guess. Okay. I'm really upset if that guy's broken. This guy looks really cool. I was working on getting my phone. 130 campaigns last year. Wow. Wow. I'm impressed. Not gonna lie. I'm impressed. Yeah, my wife started getting really upset at me, especially when Cloud Spire and Too Many Bones showed up. It was just... what? My wife is watching. Red alert! Red alert! Oh, man. Oh, no. Guys, my wife is still watching. She's not supposed to be here. I've been caught. Okay. Okay, truthfully, though, I am cutting back. I am cutting back. And if my wife watches, she doesn't watch every episode, but the Kickstarter callback, I talk about the shows that I that I send back, or not send back, that I back. So these are it. So what's underneath? Do we have anything underneath these guys? So we have some more stuff. My wife and I have a interesting game going on, though. Every time an Amazon box shows up, I have to question her purchases and ask her if she has an addiction. But then every time a Kickstarter shows up, I just tell her, well, I paid for that 2 years ago. I mean, it's okay. Okay, what do we got here? Some more of the same. I like this girl, this lady Alwen. She's pretty badass looking. We got Scythe, a little interesting way to say that. Rodin. Okay. Maybe it's a staff. That looks like potentially the guy with the sword that I was kind of complaining about. But he's got like a staff in that hand. So I did Nemesis last week. I don't know if you saw the box, the Nemesis box that I unboxed last week literally took the entire screen, and I had it zoomed out further. So these have flavor text on the back. Would you guys want me to read one of these and pretend like I know how to read? So this is the Wildswood Widow. It is said the Wildswood Widow wastes days to eat its prey after it cocoons them. Helpless and marinating in its own perspiration, the widow's victims can often turn to madness before the end, writhing in their web prison and screaming for death. That's pretty cool. Then it has some names that I can't pronounce, that I will refuse to pronounce on stream, because I don't want to embarrass myself. So the next things that I'm going to be working on for the stream is obviously gameplay. I want to get some gameplay going on. I think gameplay will be. I want to do this a different way. I want to put this in here and this in here. I like how perfectly that fits as well. Oh, my phone. So gameplay is the next step. But I mentioned in the preview for this channel, let's go back to me. I think I clicked the wrong one. I did. Let's go here. Sorry for the extra swing. So I have an idea, and I wanted to get my the opinions from the channel regarding this. So reviews, obviously Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter reviews. Reviews in general, I film and upload, edit it. And I was thinking, would it be fun or interesting to do a live review? And the idea would be like less interactive with the chat during the review. I would do it as if I'm recording. So you're going to sit here watching me talk, doing the review. But then I will then ask questions to the audience. If you guys have any specific questions that maybe I didn't address in the review, that you guys can then ask. So if you had a question about a specific mechanic that you thought I didn't touch on enough, I could then add that at the end of the review. And I was like, man, how interesting would that be to have like responses back for a review? I think that'd be so cool. And no one's done that before that I'm aware of. I do think that it's a little bit difficult, and obviously I can't do the editing that I would for, say, like B-roll and stuff. I won't have any cool shots like that, but I think it would be cool. Like, so this is the next game that I was planning on reviewing, and I was like, and I have ideas of how I would do the review because I want to show the app. Like, I think that's super important, is being able to show the app. But I love the idea of being able to, like, do a 15-minute review and then, yeah, right. There's probably going to be, I think that's a good point, Aaron. And I don't have any mods yet for my channel. Dragon, you'll be surprised, man. My scripting is very minimal. When I do my reviews, I have a basic idea, like a bullet point outlines. I will say that maybe 40% of the time that I actually bring the this is I don't even know if I should be saying this stuff, but there's about 40% of the time when I actually remember to put the scripts kind of to the side so that I can look at my bullet points. And there's pluses and minuses to that, because when I'm doing my review, I like to talk from the heart and just express the way I see the game. But then almost every time I will be like, dang it, I didn't mention this and I didn't mention that, and I'm like, too late, obviously. So that's why the bullet points are like, whenever I remember like a key point that I want to talk about, that would be the benefit of having a a script. But I would say I'm very unscripted. Even like my Kickstarter, the Should You Backs are almost all unscripted. I'll generally, if there's something I really want to make sure I'll talk about, I'll put a little post-it note on my second computer monitor, and I'll be like, so for example, I did that with Witcher. I said I want to make sure I talk about these two things in Witcher, but really I just want to, talk and share it, because I kind of want to have it be more conversational. That's a good question. That's actually, so I added Aaron. Interesting. I wonder how liked that would be. I added setup to my reviews. So my edited and filmed reviews, I now do setup, sped up, so people can kind of get an idea of how to set up the board. Doesn't work with every game, because obviously like card games, the setup is like you put a deck and all right, you're good to go. But like Whistle Mountain, which is right here, I did the setup for that one. And then storage, I think that would be interesting to talk about storage and putting it back. And depending on the game, if it's like my Eclipse game, that would be like just literally put everything in bags and throw them back in the box. But I do say like sometimes. So one of the thoughts about this channel for the streaming was it's hard because I wanted to do unboxing, but then also putting away, right? Like putting stuff back. And I think that is it's still a challenge. I don't know. Like here, like, would people watch? And here's the thing, I don't want to bore you guys. Obviously, I want to be valuable with your time, especially if you're spending it with me. But would you guys watch me not only unbox this, but putting it away in the inserts? Yeah, right? It's impossible, Dragon, to put the tent back. So there's a good example. I wish I knew. Oh, it's over there. I don't want to grab this game. I don't want to get up and grab it because it's not yet allowed to be seen on camera. But this game that I got from a publisher, I unboxed it and I was like, how am I supposed to put this stuff back? It literally does not fit back in the box. And I got an email maybe a week later, and the publisher was like, hey, just to give you a heads up, we're changing some of the components because it's hard to fit back in the box. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, how the F do you store it? Oh, by the way, I'm opening another box. This is the expansion box. This girl on the cover is incredibly cool looking. I love cool looking female characters. My WoW character was a female. And I should have probably said that. Okay. Wild Ascent. Okay, so this is the prologue campaign. Boss encounters. I don't know. Should I be reading that? Hey, Hendrix. Thanks, my dude. So I do. So you guys want to see something real quick? We'll pause this. Hold on. I'll be right back. So, we'll audible real quick to this gem. just pulled this off. So these are my Imperial Assault boxes. The question was asked, do you put everything into one box? And here's a perfect example. So I have everything for Imperial Assault, and you can kind of see, like, I have stuffed as much content as I can into this big box, as well as expansion. So like this expansion pack, everything that was from this Tyrants of Lothal is in this baggie. So same with all this other stuff to kind of like reduce box space. So I try to, like, you know, bag everything so it's in the expansion that it's related to, but try to still get it in one box. So that is a good example of what I try to do. And then I kind of, like, you know, just try to find a way to make everything fit back in here. And then, like, this is because I have multiple campaigns. This is a good example. Because I have multiple campaigns running at a time, we'll write down people's loadouts so that we can just pull those cards out. I try to keep, like, individual decks made. If I'm doing a campaign with one group, we'll just keep their stuff all together. But if I'm running multiple campaigns, we have to figure out different solutions. Yeah, it's old. Yeah. I still want to play that. I still have hopes of playing that. So, oh my gosh. I'm just adding boxes to my wall here. Just brush that to the side. Put Destiny's back. Bring this back in. So it's hard though. So an example that I would like to talk about would be like Bloodborne. If it's a mini heavy game, it's incredibly difficult for you to consolidate because you're trying to protect your minis as well, right? This one, I wasn't too concerned about jamming a bunch of minis in a box for Imperial Assault. But like Bloodborne, I don't really want to do that. So it's definitely a challenge. So this looks like this is mostly just mission, like a campaign log. I think it's even what it says, prologue campaign. Yeah, so standard to our campaign in the other game. Same look. We're probably going to have this plus the foam insert. Wow, look at this guy. So this is not standard mini plastic. This feels different. I wish I could place what I don't know enough about mini plastic to tell you like what this plastic is, but it feels different. It has a different feeling to it than standard minis, and I don't know what they're gonna go with. They definitely went for like this fleshy bony look. I really wish I had a close-up camera. That might be the next step, getting a close-up camera. Okay. And then we've got our cards, equipment cards and monster cards. I really like the foam insert, man. I can't get over it. What else we got here? So this is an archer with a bird on his back. Yeah, do you know what the minis... That'd be... If you knew the answer to what the minis are made of, they don't feel like standard minis. That's for sure. I can't guess, though. You don't like the foam insert. So why don't you like the foam insert? That's a good starting question. What about the foam insert don't you like? Oh, look at that. That guy just... Oh, he's double-ended. Are they resin? Robin, I don't want to guess what they are. It's softer, I feel like. It feels maybe softer. Is resin softer than ABS or something? I don't know. I could be just totally wrong. It just feels different in my hand. It feels softer. And they definitely don't have as clean resin as ultra brittle. I don't know. The fact that that guy's sword was broken makes it interesting. Is resin the stuff that's brittle, Robin, and glues really well, though? Because I have the... Dude, just bend one of your minis. It feels soft. The plastic feels soft. Like a little bit of rebound. I don't think it's resin. Let's see. This kind of moves. I mean, you guys are making me nervous. I really don't want to break my guy's spear. Just bend it, Bryan. Quit being scared. Let's take a look at these cards. So is there a thing in the middle? Is there a thing in the middle of bendable but not? Someone's got to be looking it up. Someone's got to be able to figure it out. Someone's got to be able to Google it. So for this, all the same card backs. And I have no idea what these are. They just say whim. Is it a PVS plus ABS mix? Unicast. There's supposed to be a I think it's supposed to be this one where you guys could actually see the chat, right? Tell me which one you prefer. Do you like the bigger camera or do you like the chat window up? Yeah, it feels like it's in between. What's the most common, Robin? Hello, successful geek. I was getting worried I'd never see you again. So it's definitely, you could definitely condense the game if you were to get rid of the foam insert and just baggy the minis, according to like type, like player characters and minions. Yeah, I could see you combining 2 boxes. So all the new training, yep. That's so funny. I feel like a little matchmaker. I don't know if you guys talk on other Discords pretty regularly, but I feel like a little matchmaker. Oh, I didn't take out the punch because it's hidden at the bottom. It's hidden at the bottom. And this one doesn't want to come out. So same thing. We have our player characters. And then we have some minions potentially. The Fire Lord, the Wisp Swarm. And this girl's clapping, so she's encouraging you. Yeah, so if you wanted to combine them, I think you could. I personally, Aaron, I like the foam insert. I think it's unique. And it's definitely interesting. It's very rare that I see a foam insert. How am I doing this? We're doing this next. Yeah, so ABS, that's what they said. They said it's a PVC ABS mix. Oh, I'm putting this wrong. It feels different, yeah. I mean, as soon as I touched the minis, they didn't feel like my standard minis that I normally work with. I feel like I handle a lot of different minis. Okay. That box did not close as clean as the other ones. I have this mini. And see, this mini is... He's a little bendable. But this is a prototype of Oathsworn. And the way that this mini feels is so incredibly cool. He mentions in the interview how this mini was, like what kind of product this mini was, but I wish I can remember it. But this mini, the way this mini feels in general, I would love if all my minis felt that way. Okay. There's so many games. So, what time is it? Where are we at? We're at 8:13. We still got some time. I gotta take this hat off. It's so hot where I live. What's the weather been like where you guys are at? It was over 100 degrees today. Okay, so we're gonna have two options. Oh, this Imperial Assault is in my way. What's everyone looking forward to in June? Any games people are looking forward to? Oh, okay, so we have two options. Let's do a community vote. Would you rather see what's inside this box, or would you rather see what's inside this box, which is way heavier than I feel like it should be? Or do you guys want to just talk? Let me know. If you have any questions. How many viewers do we have, by the way? What are we at? 14 viewers. That's weak. Come on, Geek. Come on, Adam. You can do that. Why not both? Well, we could. So, Who Goes There is the official licensed game for the Thing book. So the movie was based off of a book, and this is the IP game for the book. And their license was expiring, so they made a second edition before their license expired, and then that will mean there's no more Who Goes There. So I definitely got on it. So this says this is obviously not a game. I'll answer that question in a second, Aaron. So it says Who Go There is a cooperative until it's not growing paranoia survival game. Thank you, Hendrix. All right, Who Goes There? We'll do some Who Goes There. So, YouTube over Twitch for streaming. There was a big debate in my mind of where do I go? And my thoughts were, I have an audience on YouTube that I've spent over a year now kind of growing. And if I go over to Twitch, while Twitch is the preferred streaming service, I'll be starting at 0. And I don't necessarily really want to be talking to myself. I also believe long term that YouTube, let's say that Twitch specifically is not, I will say that I guess that's fine. Look at that box art. So there's supposed to be 2 box arts, and I thought I got the Kickstarter exclusive box art, but this is the one that came, which is the standard box art. Yeah, and I don't want to multi-stream. I really feel like I'd really want to focus on one, if that makes sense. And I think Twitch is better for now, but YouTube has the resources and the capability. Yes, the deluxe. When deluxe is not deluxe enough, that is true. It's the deluxe. So this has got a lot of suction. Oh my gosh. Okay. Who goes there? Rulebook. Unfortunately, Robin, this game also does not have any female characters because it went off the book IP, which had only male characters on the Arctic expansion or whatever, like the camp. So it does not have the end thing that I like to see. It looks like it just goes straight to game end. So that means the rule book will be starting from the front. We do have a table of contents. It does tell you the objective of the game and the goal, which is pretty nice. Deluxe is not deluxe. So yeah, this game tries to follow very closely to going after the Arctic seems yeah. So here's all the different characters. Expansion characters not included in the base game. Blair, Clark, Van Wall. Do I have expansion characters? We'll find out. I don't know. We'll find out. It's been a very long time since I backed this game. And these guys had really cool videos on the Kickstarter. I wish more companies would do what they did. So the tokens are very thick. You obviously can't see that. They're not Destiny thick. Destiny's has some of the thickest tokens I've ever seen. But this is a pretty good cardstock. So you get the different items. Barricades, knives, lighters, travel coat, mechanic coat. You gotta have your trusty axe. We have our camp event. So the idea of this is you're gonna... Yeah, no index in the rulebook. Yeah, expansion characters are in the deluxe version. You have to get the right version. It's pay to win at that point. Oh, we got a loyal companion, a good boy. Okay, so here's the board. So let's lay this out. Oh, it's not a fold. I thought it was a fold. So this is just the phase deck. You got a helicopter pad here. I don't know what the best way to hold this is. It's like every direction. You got helicopter, you can't even see it. Let me move that out. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of IP games. IP games are becoming very, very popular. This smells like freaking a factory. This has a factory smell coming out of it. I think there's... How many of you guys have seen The Thing, the movie? The John Carpenter one from 80s, I believe. So we got some dual layer player boards. I've only got 4. You've got Dr. Cooper, Commander Gary, McReady, which is, I believe, a play on Mac from the movie, and Kenner, the cook. You know what game I'm actually really looking forward to, actually, is I want to see... I wish I got the Rainbow Six game sent to me. So Geek, Adam, I really want to see the prequel. But I do not like renting movies. I want to own my movies. So what do we got here? This says Endangered Rooms of Wrath. What is this? Is this like a bookmark? So it says, you're in a room without a door. You sure you've been in there before, but these rooms slide and shift inside and out from ceiling to the floor. Some say the house holds secrets, but who knows? Right now, deep in your gut, you feel him near, soon he'll be here. But once he captures you, then what? One time, you heard this one kid say, there's lots of secret passageways. They found that sprout turned inside out. Too late, 2 hours later that same day. You check the cupboard, shelf, and bookcase. For secrets you search every space. You hope, not dead, hangs by a thread. You've heard Wrath's missing half his face. To get in here, you took some stairs, but now instead of steps are chairs. You hear a groan, death dry like bone. A thin horse whispers, who goes there? What is that? So, is that what that is? Rooms of Wrath? I like the guys that made these games. Alright, so we got some cubes. Lozenges. Oh, these are definitely some lozenges. Oh yeah, we were definitely talking about that Bantam West. You've been off Discord for so long, Adam, I already forgot. Okay, so we got some green cubes now. And what else do we have? These are the standard Chinese factory gems that I used to get really excited for. But now they're just standard gems. And we got some dice. Okay. So these are actually pretty interesting feeling dice. They look massive, but they're actually a little lighter in the hand than you'd expect. Like, they're definitely lighter. This looks like caramel, like I want to eat it. Caramel is one of my favorite candies that I don't get anymore. You know, Tozen's been dropping into the chat with me and hanging out with me. You did that once, but then I told you not to talk to me. And you haven't come back since. Let's put these over here. I suspect these go over here. We're going to put these away. You can't even see what I'm doing because of my face is in the way. I'm putting those dice in that corner up here. And then this dice has, this is a really interesting dice. This is a textured dice, kind of like it's stone. That goes right there. Okay, so we have some decks here. That's like storage gear. I want to see the minis. I want to see what the minis look like in this. So we have a lot. So the insert is definitely a custom insert. And I remember during the Kickstarter when they were like update 26 or something, they were talking about the insert and how everything was going to be put back together. Okay, so this is the core. So I'm assuming I have the deluxe. I mean, I guess I have everything. So I remember there was a clicker here that you have to show if you are infected. So you have these clickers. I don't remember. I don't want to pretend like I remember it all from the Kickstarter. Oh, something just fell out of the back. What is this? Oh, it's a... Where did that even come from? It's like another thing. Where did that even come from? Oh, it looks like it might have come out of this one. No? I have no idea. We're just going to put that down there. So you have these clickers, and when you become infected, when you become the thing, you do something like you click it, and you can infect other people. And so as the game progresses, as you get to the end of the game, you, just like in the movie The Thing, you're trying to escape on the helicopter, and you have to convince people that you're not the thing. Yeah, it may be a spare. So this even says, what should I do? Objective. First and foremost, your main goal is to survive, build items, and unlock abilities so you can make it to the final realm, the final round, to help your teams escape. So the helicopters, you know, you'll have to make sure you've prepared fully to escape. And then basically, y'all are going to be making decisions of who's going to stay and who's going to go at the end of the game. So we have a bunch of player aids. Here's our dog. That's pretty cool. So this mini feels different too. This feels way soft. Like this feels like I could push my thumbnail into it and dent it. Feels very, very soft. Okay. There's actually an instruction book on here on how to put this all back together. So the next characters, so we have our 4 characters here. These are the core box characters, I believe. These are so different than the minis that we're so used to lately. It's kind of funny to see a different type of mini. So we got our 4 minis. This is the dock. The quality is actually very nice. They get good face detail. Good textures on the back. I wouldn't really want to paint these though. Oddly enough, I don't think I'd paint these if I wanted to. Like if I had the desire to. And this guy's holding up a bowl of food. I really need to get a second camera for close-ups. I need to figure that one out. That's a goal. A goal of mine. Oh, we have so many more dogs. Ugh. Okay, what do we got in here? So this dog was loose. I don't know how he goes in there. You feel like Unsettled tricked you with the first pick. Well, I haven't seen that picture, so I couldn't answer that. So here are all the expansion characters. We've got Barkley, the radio. Blair, the biologist. Clark, the dog handler. Van Wall, the chopper pilot. Norris, the physicist. Conant, the cosmic ray specialist. I highly doubt he would. I feel like they wouldn't hire that guy to actually be out there. Caldwell, the surveyor geologist, and Benning, the aviation mechanic. Yeah. There's so many. Yeah. So you get the 4 in the core box, and then this is the deluxe version. The minis look great, guys. I wish I could really show you how cool they look. They remind me of Army Men when I was a little kid for some reason. Green Army Men. That's like the feeling I get when I touch them. This guy probably looks the worst. I don't know how this dog fits back in here. It's kind of triggering me a little bit. He just messaged you. I backed who goes there. You had to have asked him. Yeah, this guy's got a little key. You can actually see the teeth of the key in his hand. I don't think you can see that, but you can actually see the teeth. I know you're not a fan of Hidden Trader, but this is a better version because it's the thing. It's a Halloween-y game. Out of nowhere, he sent you a picture. That is random. That is very interesting. Yeah, so no female characters, unfortunately. But what is this? So these are the character specialties. Interesting. And a bunch more dice. And how many layers? Is there anything else underneath this? Nope, that's it. I always recommend looking underneath your insert. You never know. Please play co-op. Can we just all survive? I just want everyone to survive. So have any of you guys played Destinies yet? I played that last week. That was fun. Okay. How does this go back? This goes here. Let's check out these dice. Man, these dice are pretty freaking cool too. This game is unique enough. I really like that. Character specialties. Do the dice come down here? Maybe right here? There we go. Check that out. That looks good. And then we have a bunch of stuff here that goes there. Tokens and stuff. This game is going to be... I can't wait to actually like organize this properly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Put those, this is huge. Let's go put that there. You go there. Something like that. Okay. Ah! I don't believe so. Unless they come inside the box, I don't think so. Right? It is Among Us before Among Us was cool. You know, that game kind of died out quick, didn't it? I got all set up to stream that game, and then it kind of just went away. Oh boy. Man, the game is so thick. Like the components, very heavy. I think we're all good there. Do you think it'd be fun if we did a stream? Would you guys want to do that? Would there be any interest to do like a stream, like a viewer stream of Among Us? You obviously can't cheat. No cheating. No peeking. Ugh. I feel like I'd be very disadvantaged if I was the one who was ending up being like it, I guess. So for the banter, the fun banter, you gotta have a group, right? You gotta have a group. So the last time that I played Among Us, so I really really enjoyed, let's do this. I really enjoyed my play of Among Us when I played it last time. The unfortunate thing is we had 2 or 3 guys in the group that had played so much Among Us that they had the meta, and they just kind of like were taking the fun away from us because they just knew all the answers to everything. Like they knew, like, if I came out of a specific room that I wasn't the intruder or whatever. And I'm like, that kind of ruins it, you know? Like, there was a very specific example on like the snowy map where I come out of a room and they're like, "Good job, Bryan. Good job. We know you're not it. We know you're not it." And I'm like, "How do you know?" I came out of a room. They're like, "We know. We just know." All right. So I'll be honest with you guys. I was less excited with Oath on getting Oath. I was pretty hyped for this game. In fact, Quackalope, when Quackalope was just a wee little duckling of about 4,000 subscribers, he was doing playthroughs, three-player playthroughs of this game, and he was doing the print and play, and that's what got me on Oath. But I'm not so sure how well the game will fly with my player group, so now I'm a little... The Oath vids is how you also discovered Quackalope. I will think that is probably also how I discovered Quackalope, is through the Oath videos. And I had just started my channel roughly around that point too. Okay, so... yeah, I had considered before today's stream, I had considered keeping this new in box and just selling it. So yeah, is that kind of bad? I don't know. Yeah, my group doesn't like Root at all. In fact, the last time we had people over, I was talking about the games that I'm selling. Oh, I thought about doing a video about that too. I've got a whole stack of games that I've got on market right now. And I talked about putting Root in there. But I'm like, you know, if I sell Root, that will be it. I will not ever have Root in my house again, because right now I have all the Kickstarters, I have everything. Like all the add-ons. I put a lot of money in it and we haven't played it at all. And so if I get rid of it, that's it. I'm done. I'm fully backed out. So we've got the Chancellor plate here. Yeah, I've got everything. I even got the Automas. The Exiled. And they're double-sided, so what's on the back side of this? The Clockwork Prince. And I feel like Oath is like a 3-player minimum game. I just can't imagine how this game does well at 2-player. Even though I believe it says 1 to 6. So, I don't know. I think it's minimum 3. I like the art. I mean, I can't get past the Leader Games, right? Is that the designer, right? Leader Games. They make incredible art. Like their artist who they hired to do this stuff is pretty good. Like it's definitely got a feel to it. And you know exactly what brand they belong to. The Automa is scary looking. This one. Yeah, the art is incredible. So we have a playmat. Is the playmat standard? So let's see here. So I mean, this looks like a flow chart here. This is the Clockwork Prince's mind. That's what I was showing here, because I think Clockwork is all of their Automa stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So let's say, for example, play friend unless otherwise play unaligned and make it a friend. Otherwise play conspirator. Oh my god. I don't even know how to want to look at that. Let's look at the rule book. The Oath playbook. Read me first. Well, they have a what's in the box. They got the meeples. They got the award-winning meeples. Yeah, I don't know if I should have backed this game. Just in general. Frickin' Quackalope. Selling me on a game. Yeah, this is definitely one that I'm middling, like, it's probably the least excited game I have in my new collection. And then we've got more Clockwork Prince stuff. Card references, I like that. This is more Automa stuff. Okay, let's take a look at this mat. Am I going to regret unwrapping this? That's the first thing I always think. Am I going to regret doing this? It's really beautiful, though. The colors here are incredible. Wow. If I don't like this game, I will use this playmat for something though. This is a beautiful playmat. The color switch, I really like this blue. I've been using this blue in a lot of my my thumbnails, if you guys have noticed. And it's been really popping. That's really clean. Really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see the color on that. That purple, like this, the blend between the green and the blue. Really nice. I've already told you that you're moving here, and you can work remotely, and you just got a pay raise, so you can afford it now. Plus, you'll be closer to other people in the Discord. So we have our meeples. This is usually what sells. Look how big this bag is. This is what usually sells Leader Games, are their meeples. I really don't know if I want to rip these open. Do I have somewhere to put all this stuff? It's a pay cut. We have such low pay taxes. Come on now. So what the heck is that? So this looks like a flag with little dude's eyes. You guys can't see it because I need to zoom back in. Zoom back in a little bit. Can you see that? Probably not. It's impossible to see. So these are like little dudes with flags, and then there's another meeple that looks super shady. These guys look super sus. And then we got the orange guys. Looks like a fox. He doesn't look as shady as the other guys. The black guys look super shady. And what is this? Is that a bird? I have no idea what this guy's supposed to be. Someone tell me what the yellow guy is. What kind of creature is that supposed to be? A bird? Yeah, Robin, we're going to try to get you out of there too. That's my goal. My goal is to have my entire Discord community living where I live. And then we can just literally play board games all the time. I will indoctrinate you guys all into my channel. I don't know what this guy is either. And then we just have some standard tokens. More tokens, but cool looking tokens. We have a really pissed off guy. This guy's face looks so pissed. God, you can't see it. The glare. He looks so pissed, that white guy. And then we got a purple guy. Purple is my favorite color. And this is the Chancellor, right? And then we've got some sleeves, free sleeves. We got a book. Let's check out the book. Live vicariously through me, guys. Opening this book. Okay. So, records of victory. So you keep track of who's been winning. So instead of using the interior of the roof of the box top, you have a book. Kind of nice pleather. The housing, oh my gosh. That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh, these are super heavy. What are these? These books? These are incredibly heavy. This whole bag is very, very heavy. What is that? Are you using emojis? Are you trolling me right now? Is that an emoji? Is that what I will be getting emojis, by the way. Some custom emojis. And I believe I have the membership stuff set up. I'm not sure. Are you guys able to see the membership on your side? Like, is there a button that says join or anything? I don't have the emojis in yet, but is that visible from your end? Because I think I went live with it, but I'm not positive. So these coins are really nice. Okay, you guys stop using my freaking emojis and trolling me. These coins are cool. I mean, these are the Kickstarter exclusive coins. They're pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Really good feel to them. They feel like old pennies. You don't see it? Is it next to the subscribe button? I thought it would be next to the subscribe button. So, Packet B, Archive, open only after your first game. Then we have Packet C, flip over this card. Okay, so we have some stuff, almost like a legacy component where they want you to open stuff in a certain manner. Okay, that's Oath. I really want to just dive into this one and get it all organized properly. How do I do this without ruining everything? Like that. Throw this on top. This is all wrong. I feel like Oath is really made for a team that, like a play group that has a dedicated group that wants to keep playing it. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Okay, well, I'm actually surprised. We got through most of the content. Wild Ascent was the big one for today. And we got through Wild Ascent. Very excited about learning that one tomorrow and playing that. I'll have a video for the Patreon on my first thoughts. Who goes there will probably have to wait till I get back. Maybe I'll take it with me on my trip. We're gonna have 3 of us down. We're gonna have someone visiting us from California, so it'll be 3 of us. So maybe I'll take Who Goes There with me. Yeah, we got the. Well, I don't have Storm Sunder, so unless you want to send me Storm Sunder, that might be. Okay. Next to the emoji button, it says custom emojis. Do you guys see where it says custom emojis? You got the YouTube ones that are so dumb. What is this? Okay, you got the elbow cough. Chillo dog. Is there a thing that says support? How do I get out of this? Hide? Oh my gosh, I hid the whole chat. Oh, there it is. Show chat. Is there a thing that says support? There's like a money thing. Show your support. Super sticker? I don't know what that is. It's hard for me to do this off the computer that I'm using to see chat. I don't see it saying that is donations. Okay. So it's not the join thing. I have no idea. I need to figure it out because I'm going to be getting some I'm going to get some one-time donation. Interesting. Yeah, I really didn't know what super chats were. I have the stuff down here that says like you can do these things, but yeah, and I don't have subscribe on the screen. I've already subscribed to myself. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm trying to get some custom emojis. I'm working on right now my custom table with game theory, so that'll hopefully be finished with the design elements that I'm doing, and then be ready to go in August. So that'll be exciting, and that's about it for updates. Company Heroes board game is still waiting to be played. That is very frustrating that I haven't played that yet. I have so many games that showed up right at the exact same time. And so I've actually been telling publishers no on Kickstarter coverage because I'm like, I need to play the games that I have. I can't dedicate time to covering more games. So that's the next step. But so I have Patreon right now. I'm going to try to mimic and mirror the YouTube membership stuff to Patreon. I wish I could just have one or the other, but I want to see how YouTube works before I make that final decision on what would be the best system. Obviously, having memberships joining and be able, does it remove ads? I don't even know if ads even play. Do you guys have ads even playing on the stream? I don't even know. I wish I knew more about how YouTube worked. That's the only thing I don't like about the YouTube streaming is I don't know how it works compared to Twitch. Twitch, I understand. I don't quite understand all of the nuances yet for YouTube. Yeah, I agree. So you had one ad at the front and that's it? Okay. Interesting. That's good to know. I would hate to have you guys... I also have YouTube Premium. I think everyone should have YouTube Premium. I don't know why people wouldn't. If you are a YouTuber, I would recommend YouTube Premium. In fact, when I use my wife's account to watch YouTube, like if my phone's charging or something and I want to watch YouTube, I'm like, what is this ad? It throws me off. And sometimes I always wonder what other people's channels ads look like because I don't see any ads with Premium. Like you get 0 ads. And the ability, the main reason I also have Premium is that you can shut the phone to black screen and it'll still play the show. So I like to go to sleep listening to a YouTube channel. And so I will put the show on, click it, and then boom. It's my favorite feature of Premium. And I actually originally got it for Google Music, for the ad-free music, just like Spotify. And then it kind of went over to, went over with me to YouTube. I wish, how much does the family cost? That'd be interesting to get. My wife doesn't watch much YouTube. She'll got it for Google Music. Turned out it worked for YouTube. And then once basically my content of choice, I pretty much only consume YouTube. Yeah, $15, that seems fine. And to give you back information on the YouTuber side, Premium pays better than a standard view. So like a one YouTube Premium, it's still nothing, but still like YouTube Premium pays way better than a standard view from a non-YouTube Premium pays, which I thought was interesting. I don't know why YouTube does that, but that's what it seems to be in my analytics at least. The payments from YouTube are still minimal. It's like half a penny or a quarter of a penny. Fractions of a penny per view. You guys ever go and like watch those videos? How much did YouTube pay me? And I'm like, how is that even possible? How is that even possible? So it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to start wrapping this up around 9 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to chit chat. Usually once I say that I'm going to start wrapping up, we usually get a big drop in viewers, which sucks. I would love to have some questions to round out the ending here while we get closer to 9 o'clock. And then I'll let it play for 5 minutes in the background if anyone is still chatting. The icy drinks. So I actually asked my wife for we were building my daughter a playhouse in the backyard, and it's super hot, and I was like, I need a fun drink, because she was heading to the grocery store. I was like, give me some fun drinks. This is the fun drinks that she picked me up. Yeah, so my question was, Geek, is if you're a member to a channel, When am I getting a hot tub? Is that what you want to see? Is that what the channel wants to see? Hot tub streams? I mean, I'll do it. I'm not modest at all, so just hanging out. What's up, Brandon? We can play Too Many Bones. I mean, technically, playing Too Many Bones, I would have zero fear of ruining the contents in a hot tub stream. That is true. Yeah, this is Cherry Limeade. So she thinks she picked me up like 4 or 5 of them. It reminds me of the no pun included review for, I think, Cloudspire, where they dumped everything into the bathtub. They were very hard on Cloudspire, by the way. They did not care for Cloudspire. That's another game waiting to play. I just need more gamers. I need more people in my area to play games with. I'm gonna get a little flotation device. We can put the mat on the flotation device, and we're just gonna have some hot tub streams. That'd be super funny. Quality content coming out of Game Brigade. Oh, I just literally threw my knife. So I have a habit of throwing things from like one hand to the other hand. I forgot to close my knife. So that could have been very bad. You guys could have seen some R-rated stuff on YouTube. So finishing up, what do I wanted to do? I'm hoping to film 1 more or 2 more videos tomorrow night, and that way I can have stuff to upload for next week. I will be gone next week, so I'm not going to be here. Some thoughts on videos. I have a collection. I have some games that I'm putting on the market to sell. So I thought about games leaving my collection. The problem is, half of them I never played because part of them are that lot that I bought. So I'm like, how exciting would that be to be like, I'm selling New York 1901. Never played it. So that's something. I'm also, here's a question for the channel. One game I'm selling, I am probably looking at getting a 50% loss from my Kickstarter, and not including shipping, my Kickstarter cost. At what point do you just eat the cost and say, you know what, I'm not selling it because it's too big of a loss, and the game will never, I can't get this game again, right? Because it's limited print quantities, didn't go to retail. Do you sell it or do you not? For example, like if you bought a game at $100 but you can only sell it at $50, do you still sell it? Or do you keep it for the random off chance you might play that game again? So I think the best game on the list that I'm selling is Shadows over Camelot. That's probably the best one. Alone. Cap locks Alone. It's when Nemesis was on Kickstarter, they had 2 games. They had Nemesis and Alone, and I went for Alone, and I wish I went for Nemesis. And Alone is okay. It's the one versus many game, kind of the same concept for Nemesis, except there's only one hero trying to escape, while all the other players play as the villains. And in my review, this is the first review I did, I mentioned that the villains, it just doesn't work having many villains. It's only good with one, so it's like a 2-player game. And also the fun level. So if you're the hero, the fun is max. Very thematic, incredibly fun. But as the villain, it's kind of middling, right? So you're like, you just, there's a big difference between the enjoyment pattern of both. So if I play that game, usually I'm playing the villain because I'm trying to share the experience with someone else, and then they play the hero and like, okay, that was fun, great, I'm glad I played it, and then they never want to play it again. So I'm just like, man, do I keep it just to share the experience, because it is a very unique and fun experience playing, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just not a very enjoyable experience. If it had an app or some system that ran the monsters, I definitely would probably keep it. There's no real financial issues. Like, I'm not hurting for the money. But I definitely hate the fact that I'm selling a game and I'm losing half the value on it. I've got it listed right now for 80, and I paid 100 euros, not including shipping. Yeah. That's my fear, Robin, is that true. If it's low now, it'll probably always be low. But what's the probability that it's going to be on the market? And do I want to pay the shipping to get it back? Because it's 2 very large boxes. The shipping is probably going to be like 25 bucks. That's probably also not helping. Yeah, eBay it. Yeah, so even at $80, all of those are losses. Because we paid 100 euros, maybe even 110 euros. Let me check. Alone Kickstarter. Because it was like the rookie pledge. Because this was the second, it was the second printing of this game. The rookie pledge was 100 euros. Yeah, 100 euros. I have it on Facebook Marketplace right now, and I'm not getting any hits at all. In fact, the only game that I've sold from the lot so far is Drunk Quest, and I got my asking price for that one. So, but I tried to go through eBay and kind of undercut, but still become close to what eBay was, because I want to try to make as much money as I can. But obviously, some of these games, like I've got Arkham Horror. I'm basically giving away the video, but I've got Arkham Horror Revised Edition, Alone, Shadows over Camelot, Cargo Noir, New York 1911, Beowulf, which is like $5. Beowulf, the movie board game. Don't even know what that is, but it was in a collection I bought. Catalan, which looks like that dot game. You know, when you like draw, like you do a bunch of dots, and if you connect the dot, if you connect the box, you get a thing. What else? Aroma, which is a game I did a review for. There's another one, Conqueror. I did a review for that one as well. So the thing is, I really want to just clear space, because look, you just saw how much stuff I got. So I'm like, man, I need room. I'm finally getting to the point where I'm like, I need space on my walls, because I don't want to be the guy that has games on my floor. You can't sell Aroma? Come on, man. I got it for like $10. It's being sold on Amazon for $50. Someone's got to buy that, right? For $10? That's got to sell. My daughter is very upset right now. I can hear her crying, so I'm probably going to go help my wife chill out with her. So I'm actually going to probably end the stream. I can hear her crying right now. So I'm going to go help my wife. Guys, thank you for watching the show. I'm going to go and set this up for ending and turn the music up, and you're more than welcome to chat, but I will talk to you all later.